Hello everyone, today I am doing a real-world winter city range test. I am driving 19 kilometers and the route has mix of 70 kilometers per hour, 50 kilometers per hour and 30 kilometers per hour speed limits. So I expect to have an average speed of 35 kilometers per hour along the whole route. The outside temperature is 4 degrees Celsius and I am at 73%. My car does not have a heat pump, so I have one of the last models of the pre-refresh generation. And I also do not have the Aero wheel covers installed. I have my winter tires. It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so the sun is just starting to disappear. I am on a 30 kilometers per hour speed limit road, and I drove so far 3 kilometers and the consumption is quite high. It's 249 watt hours per kilometer, and it's been 7 minutes I'm driving, so let's see how it goes. I should also talk about why 19 kilometers and why 35 kilometers per hour average speed. So if you follow Sean Mitchell, he explains the EPA testing criteria quite well in his video. I'll link his video in the description below. So basically the summary is that EPA uses 11 kilometers of driving distance, and they drive with average speed of 21 miles per hour for the city range test. And they also have other criteria like cold start, warm start and things like that, but I am just doing a real world test, so so everything that you will see in my test result would be just pure real world related. So my idea was that keeping the numbers close to the EPA range test criteria, and therefore 11 kilometers is like 17 or something. 11 miles rather, I should say. 11 miles is about 17 kilometers, I believe, and then the 21 miles per hour is about 34 kilometers per hour. So I'm just trying to keep my parameters as close as possible to the EPA parameters. I am not able to use a consistent number of stops because I'm just in the real world, so I cannot really predict how many times I can stop due to the traffic and due to the traffic lights. So that's okay, I guess, but yeah, that's the situation with the real world driving. So just to give you some update, I drove 13 minutes so far, 6.5 kilometers, and the consumption is 220 watt hours per kilometer. I am driving on a road with 50 kilometers speed limit right now, but I'm going to turn left right now and merge to a road with 70 kilometers per hour speed limit, just for probably 2 kilometers or 1 kilometer. I don't exactly remember, but then we will turn left. Yes, so that is the update. The consumption is quite high compared to what I would get in the month of October, when it was not winter but let's say winterish. Yes, So 21 would be something that I would get on the highway if I drive like 130 or something like that. But now I'm driving almost like 30 kilometers per hour. Yes. So let's see how the whole thing goes. I am going to turn left, so this is basically the turning point, and we have 70 kilometers speed limit zone there for, I believe, 2 kilometers more, and then we get into Ottobrunn, which is a small neighborhood, and it has mostly 50 kilometers per hour speed limits. This was a Porsche Taycan. You see some of them on the streets these days, especially in Munich. All right, so we are in Ottobrunn now, and so far I drove 9.5 kilometers, 20 minutes, and the consumption is 207 watt-hours per kilometers. Still very high consumption, and I am gonna turn right in just about 1 kilometer. I'm still in the 50 kilometers per hour speed limit zone, and then there is an S-Bahn passing by, so I had to stop here. But soon we will go to the 30 kilometers per hour speed limit zone. The consumption is still quite high, 206 watt-hours per kilometer, and so far I drove 11.6 kilometers, so a little bit more than the halfway distance. So I believe like 8 point something kilometers is left, and the rest is, yeah, mostly 70 kilometers per hour probably. So let's see how it holds up. Someone is walking on the streets. Okay, updates. I drove 17.3 kilometers so far. The consumption went down a bit. It's 190 watt hours per kilometer right now. I'm at 67% state of charge. The outside temperature went down a bit. It's 3 degrees Celsius outside. Yeah, so I'm in a 50 kilometers per hour speed limit zone, and I am driving around at around 56 kilometers per hour, and I'm almost near the starting point, so it looks like the final consumption would be around 190. So that would mean that the range might not even be 300 kilometers. So let's see, we still have 2 kilometers to go, so if the consumption goes down. Alright, so I have arrived at my starting point, and as you can see, the consumption is 184. I drove for 41 minutes and it was 19.8 kilometers of distance, and I arrived with 66%. If we put all these numbers together, it means that I can pull 45.5 kilowatt hours of net capacity from the battery. That's a bit lower than what I could expect in October. That was 47.5 kilowatt hours. Yeah, that's just because of the cold temperatures, I believe. That's how it works with the batteries. And also there needs to be some energy spent for heating up the battery in these kind of temperatures, so that's one of the reasons. So taking into consideration this 45.5 kilowatt hours of net capacity, we can expect that the range would be 248 kilometers. So this means that in these sort of conditions, with your heaters running and your seat heaters running, yeah, you can just expect something around 250 kilometers in the city, with a standard range plus model pre-refresh that is without the heat pump. So how much range do you get with your Tesla Model 3? Do you drive a standard range plus? How much range do you get in this kind of winter conditions in the city? Do you drive a long range model? How much range do you get with your long range in the city in winter conditions? So comment below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.